We're talking about that eternal question, what am I here for? And that one of the responses to that question given by Carl Jung is, I'm here to realize my deepest self, to become who I am, who I really am. And we saw that our longings, the desires that are there within us, the things that bring us joy, that our deep interests, these are clues as to what's in our deeper self. And a way of exploring that then is to follow those desires that we have, those deepest desires. Another way is to look at our dreams. Dreams can be a clue of what's going on in our deeper self. Carl Jung mentioned that dreams are compensatory to our waking life. What he's saying is that, in other words, if in my conscious life I'm emphasizing one thing, success, say, financial success, and that's my drive, my dream may show up then with some poor, evil-looking person that's trying to break into my life. And that dream is compensatory to success. It's showing me my shadow side and something that perhaps I need to explore. Let's look at that sense of dreams. We all dream, but sometimes it's hard to remember. And I would suggest that we keep a little, well, you can keep your iPhone on next to your bed and on the bedstand. And if you wake up and remember a dream, just speak a few words that might help you to remember the dream. Now, there are several things that help us to work with our own dreams. The first thing is to remember that dreams are talking in a language of symbols. Symbols are ways of exploring, or images that help us to explore deeper meanings. There's many, many sides or facets to a symbol, different from a sign. If you have a stop sign, that means stop, has one meaning. But a symbol has many meanings. It's like a diamond with many facets. So a dream image needs to be explored. That's the first step then, is look at the image of the dream, see what it means to you. What are your associations with that image? And then the second step is to see what those associations have to do with your inner dynamics, what's going on inside you, or with your outer life, actual outer situations going on with you. Then the third step in working with a dream is to try to come up with your own interpretation, taking all those elements of the associations and their connection with your life, and then making an interpretation. And then the fourth step is to honor the dream by some simple physical act. So let's use some examples. I dreamt when I was still a priest of my church, the church of which I was a pastor, that I walked into my church, and as I opened the door, it was just a huge hole. There was nothing there, no altar, no pews, just the shell of the church around a huge hole going way down deep, an abyss. And wow, that was something for me to ponder. At that time, I was deliberating my place in the church and attending a group called the Guild for Psychological Studies, which was helping me to look at the teachings of Jesus from a different way. And one of those teachings had to do with that Jesus was speaking about looking within ourselves for our own authority and not putting authority out on someone else. So the authority of the Pope and the Bishop seemed to have a big hole in it for me. And as a result, the church was losing much of its meaning. And so that was my association with that idea of the whole. And I was looking within myself, the second step, to see what could that mean for my inner dynamic and my outer life. Well, I was having doubts about the role of the church in my life at that time. And then the interpretation was that I needed to do something about this hole and this abyss, and to revise my life based on that. And I honored the dream by actually walking into my church and looking around and being grateful for all the beauty that was there and what had been offered to me previously in the church, and to experience some sadness perhaps at letting some of that go in relationship to a new thing that wanted to take the place of the emptiness. But the new thing has to be preceded by a death. So the death of what I knew and loved need to take place so that a new thing had to enter in. So that's one dream that I had. Check your own dreams and see how they might be relating to something going on in your life.